3,
4, 5,
6,
7,
8,
9,
10,
11.
12.
My name is Haley, and I'm going to be doing my speech on the advantages and disadvantages of elderly home care. In my opinion, I believe that the elderly would be better off in jail than where they are now. We need to put the elderly in jail and criminals in nursing homes. As crazy and absurd as that sounds, it makes perfect sense. If criminals were placed in nursing homes, they would be fed cold meals, lights out by 7 o'clock. They would be confined in a small area and wouldn't be able to have a choice or a say in anything. To call a long-term care facility home is far from a blessing, it's a curse. This topic means the world to me in so many ways. The elderly are a huge part of my life and forever will be. I am a CNA and I work with the elderly on a daily basis. Their care means everything to me. Being a CNA, I could see firsthand on how so many senior citizens at long-term care facilities are treated and what they are forced to deal with in their daily lives. Many don't see what goes on behind closed curtains and turn a blind eye to the elderly. The elderly are people too, and they are also grandparents and great-grandparents. They are someone's family and they belong to someone. Therefore, my goal today is to inform you, the audience, about the advantages and disadvantages of the elderly home care, what they go through on a daily basis, the choices they can and cannot make, and the lives they live every day. Now that I have gained your attention and laid out my goals, I would like to move on to my first point. Thousands of elderly people are mistreated all around the United States every day. Many people seem to think that since someone is elderly, that they don't notice things, that they don't matter, and that they don't have feelings. The elderly are people too, just like you and I. According to an article written by Mark S. Lax, a professor of medicine, and Carl Pellimer, a professor of human development, on February 16, 1995, a report from the House Select Committee on Aging suggests that between 1 million and 2 million older Americans experience mistreatment each year. Also, a study done by the minority, Democratic, and Independent staff of the Special Investigations Division of the House Government Reform Committee, they found that 30% of nursing homes in the United States, 5,283 facilities, were cited for almost 9,000 instances of abuse over a recent 2-year period. From January 1999 to January 2001, many elderly are taken advantage of, whether it be financially, physically, mentally, or emotionally. It happens all the time. They are abused and neglected on a daily basis, according to an Oxford Journal's article on elder abuse in residential long-term care, an update to the 2003 National Research Council report. Elderly mistreatment is a hidden and often ignored problem in society. There is also an article written by Yale University School of Medicine in New Haven, Connecticut, that states that the signs and symptoms of elder abuse are almost identical to the signs and symptoms of many common chronic medical conditions in elderly persons. Although I've stated that there are several cases of mistreatment of the elderly in homes, there are also many positive aspects to living in a nursing home. To call a long-term care facility home can be a blessing on so many levels. It ensures family members that their loved one is in good hands and will be taken care of. Even though there are some bad long-term care facilities and staff in this world, there are also some very good ones. According to an article written by Paula Spann in the New York Times, called Assisted Living or Nursing Home, she states the words of Miss Gwyther, a veteran social worker, who says, "Nursing homes have gotten a bad rap. There are good ones and there are seniors who need them." There is also an article written by Doug Wilkins on November 20th, 2012 in Super Articles titled, "Advantages of Senior Assisted Living." It is stated that there are many benefits to senior living, such as safety, security, companionship, nutrition, health care, and exercise. If an elderly resident is placed in a good long-term care facility, then you can count on them to receive every one of those beneficial aspects. To place your loved one in a home is one of the hardest challenges in life that anyone could ever go through, but it's one of the best things you can ever do for that loved one. When entering your loved one into a home, you are ensuring them that they will be safe, well taken care of, and that they won't have to struggle anymore, and that they will receive the help with anything that they are struggling with. When a senior citizen is placed into a good long-term care facility, they are going to attend banquets, join clubs, and participate in activities. Residents are able to be mobile and associate with other residents. They will gain friends and enjoy their new homes. There are many long-term care facilities out there that have a bad reputation and that are all around horrible, but there are also some very good long-term care facilities out there that are amazing and do wonders. Do your research before placing your loved one in a home. When researching a care facility, you can find many reviews on those facilities and their staff. While researching a long-term care facility can be nerve-wracking and probably the last thing you would want to do, it's worth your time and patience. The last thing you want to do is force your loved one into a home where they aren't going to receive the help and support that they need. It is an awful feeling to have everything you have ever known taken away from you, knowing that leaving you to feel helpless and alone. Many elderly who are placed in a long-term care facility go through a grieving process and feel as if their whole world has been shattered and that they are alone with no one by their side. Don't place your loved one in a home where they won't receive the attention and care that they deserve. It is neglect on your part. Most elderly people who are placed in a long-term care facility call it home until their lives come to an end. Do not make them suffer throughout the rest of their lives here on this earth with us. They should enjoy the rest of their lives and pass peacefully, knowing that they lived an amazing life and were taken care of. Are you going to place your loved one in a prison or in a home? In my speech, I discussed the following things. There are many horrible nursing homes out there, and thousands of elderly people all around the world that are mistreated every day. There are bad nursing homes everywhere, but there are also some very good ones, and it is a great blessing for your loved one to be placed in a very good nursing home. They will receive the love, nurture, care, and help that they so much deserve. It is a very good idea to take the time to research the long-term care facilities in your area, and to read the reviews on their care and the staff before placing your loved one there. Don't make them suffer because of your negligence. They should enjoy the rest of their lives, knowing that they lived the lives that they desired. That's it.
That was about, according to that little clock behind you, that's